Okay, functions continued. This is at the bottom of page 69. And let's have a look here. Question 1 has two parts. It says, if f of x equals 2 over the square root of 8 minus x, solve when it says a, but I'm pretty sure they mean x, or this should be the x, equals 1. So what happens when this equals 1? So let's just have a look at this for a second. How would we change it? What would x have to be in order to equal 1? Well, 2 over 2 is equal to 1, isn't it? So we have two ways we can solve this. One, we can just use our brain and say 1 is the same thing as 2 over 2. So how do we make this bottom into 2 over 2? We'd make this the square root of 8 minus x. We need that to be a 2. The square root of 4 is equal to 2. So therefore, if we made x equal to 4, the square root of 8 minus 4 would be 4, which would be equal to 2. Okay, which is 2 over 2, which is equal to 1. So we think x is 4. Let's do it mathematically. This is by trial and error. Let's do it mathematically this way. 1 equals 2 over the square root of 8 minus x. So I'm going to move this so that I have isolate x. So I'm going to move this up and have the square root of 8 minus x. Remember, if I multiplied this side by the square root of 8 minus x, and that will get rid of it there, but whatever I do to this side, I have to do to this side. So now I have 1 times, and anything times 1 is itself. So we're just going to, get rid of that. Now that's equal to 2. Here we have our new sentence. So I need to isolate x. How do I get rid of a square root? What's the opposite of a square root? It would be to square it. So if I square this on this side, I'm going to get 8 minus x. But whatever I do to one side, remember, I have to do to the other. So now I'm going to do it to the other side. So now I'm going to get rid of my 8 on this side. So I have to put a negative 8 on that side. I have negative x equals negative 4. And that way I can make x equal to 4. So we've done it mathematically this way, where x is equal to 4. And in this way, we did it by trial and error. We had a look. We had a guess, basically. Does it work? It does work. We do that. So that was A. B, what can't the values include? So we know we cannot have a 0 on the bottom, nor can we have a negative number. So therefore, we know we have to exclude numbers where x is greater than or equal to 8. Because if it's greater than 8, it's going to make this value down here negative, and you cannot have the square root of a negative. And we can't have it equal to 8, because if it's equal to 8, the square root, that would be 0, and you can't have 0 on the bottom. Ta-da!